We are going to start this video talking about 0, 00 on roulette. The word 0 as a total letter count is 64, which will create 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals 34, which is the letters DC, or 30 plus 4, equaling the creation and blue. The reason for that is because it's 0, 4, 3 and 0, 4, or 30 and 4 if I read it backwards. If I flip it upside down, it looks like something else, like an H, but I don't want to get there. And 40 is the word for blue. Now, if I take the 5 card, in which I did over here, and I don't have the 5 card on me, my cat is on top of it, what happens is we create these two images and the center image in 5. Now, MO, what is your MO? Look it up. The other thing is I can create from this 0, 3, or 30. 30 all zeros equal to 6. I have 63. So that's going to create myself another equation. Now, if I look at it from directions north to south, which would now look like 0, 3. When I look at it east to west, okay, it shows me the M and the O. If I look at it from which direction is this, it shows me the E and the O. E meaning the 15th letter, which is the O. O is the 15th letter. 3 as the numeric value, but it's not a 3, it's an E. This is the way I see it. This is an E, the 15th letter. This is still an O. 15 and 15 coming together. 3. Sorry, did I do that right? E. Yes, no, E is the 5th letter. Sorry. 5-0. So 3 and 5, electric company, or 11, which is Yo, which means Earth and Mars, because Y-O together, the 25th and the 15th letter, 25 representing Earth, 15 representing Mars, and the O letter. So we have 515. And then we do the multiplication, we end up with 6, 5, we end up with 22, representing the value for the letter V. The letter V in French, when you say it, equals to life. Now there's a whole bunch of equations that you can see along with this. So anyways, before I end this, you end up with M, you end up with V, you end up with M, you end up with 2 points. In gematria, the 2 points, okay, will tell me another scenario, but this point does not go down to the bottom. This point does not go down to the bottom. Okay, the point will go down to about over here, which will tell me 767. The letter M, 767. Let me get that point. It's very, very confusing, okay? It's very confusing. I know it's confusing, but it is what it is. So when we create this, then you have that reality. The 2 points of gematria saying 7 all the way down to how low did I go? 6 and then 7. Now if I want to continue this and do it on one side and then continuous and do it on a separate side, I will end up with the X over here. The X joining the in-between of the 7 and joining 66 on each side. And then you'd go all the way down on the inside and you have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 if I created this larger, this image. Here is the 5 card again. You see the way it looks like 2 eyes, a head, 2 arms that are curled in, right? Then sitting behind this block over here. This is your 5 card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's other ways I could have did this. There's other things you might be able to see in this. So that is your 5 card. Now I flipped it over and I did it again on the other side. And what I did to the 5 card is these are all 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. I didn't box them in. I boxed them on the inside. I could have boxed them on the outside. By boxing them on the outside, I would get one connecting image. By boxing them on the inside, I get another connecting image. This is created by extending the lines. First the lines go this way, then the lines go this way. Now in French, if you look it up, they have a what they call it, over the E and over some letters, they put things like, let me see if I can just correct the light. In French, we get the accents, this one, or this one, or this one. Each one tells a different story, has a different sound. And as you can see, as I brought this line down here because the end point was here and the end point was here, here I'll end up with my hexagon. Eventually the hexagon, you can draw a straight line in it, which will create the cube by drawing by the bottom line here, the bottom line here, a line down, and you'll have the cube. And you can create the Star of David extending to both sides of this, and that'll be your star. Now you know that in the deck of cards, oh, there's my 5 card. There's my 5 card. Okay, see the 4 houses on the outside? You already know, right? Here's my 9 card. That my 9 and my 5 are the same card. See where this piece comes in, this piece will come in. Where this piece comes in, that piece will come in. My card is not perfect, it's offset. As you know, a 9 has double the value. If you add up all these this way and then add them up this way, you have 18. Although there's 9, you add it up upside down. It's the only card where the images are the same upside down. And there's a whole bunch of these designs. And this design, what it is I want to create the eye, but I must follow the line. But in this situation, I use 3 boxes. When I create it with 3 boxes, I will end up with, see, the skull bones is what I call online, and two bones will create the encompassing of a square, the 2 squares over here. As an obligation, I could have made this shorter. Sure, I could have made this shorter. You also notice that the eye kept inside itself can show me 1 and 1, 11. So I got 9, 11. The K next to the I creates the D, the 11th letter, the 9th letter, 9 and 2. And that is telling me 9 and 2. To create 9 and 2, I need 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4. So I have E and D. Now, the E, if you can notice that, see the point over here, that would extend, talking about the possibility, right? See on the other side, the way it extends out before anything comes to it, before the next letter is there. What next letter will obligate me to create this line? I don't know. I'm thinking. So this would be KD, and the 11th and the 9. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 5 and 4. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals 20 and 9, 29. Minus the 9 from the 20, you're back to K again. Then we have the I letter, and we want to just go around the I letter. There's many ways I can go around. Here I went straight up to the top. Here I went flat on the bottom. There's other numbers in here. We're going to leave this video short. We're going to go on to the next video. So let me go through this with designs. This is upward. This is downward. This one shows me Adidas. This one shows me basically the Olympic signs, because each one of these is just the I of the unfinished O. See this one over here? I'll create the O, and I'll create the O, and it creates this shield in the center. Here it's going to create the inside eye. See, this is just the partial continuation. You look at the bellies of the 8 is big on the bottom, and the belly of the 8 is small on top. Well, this image will create big and small. Why didn't I do this smaller? Because if I create this smaller, right, and I need to create the diamond shape, my diamond shape will either be this way, and I'll have to create 2 of them to have the same. See, that cube is sitting on that square. I can't do that because I got to follow the lines. It's obligations of these lines, obligations. The gas pump I went to yesterday had a Q and a Z on the 0, but the ATM had a Q and a Z on number 1. Eventually, we're going to go over all the words in computers: hacker, viruses, protection, virus protection, USBs, and how to protect their wires and what will not protect their wires. Here's a 7. If you notice, many 7s have this Bombay over here, where it's curvature, Bombay, and then you curve it again, creates this I. And also the kind of alpha omega inside of this. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.